In this tutorial in CyberLink PowerDirector, I'd like to show you how you can use an often overlooked tool called the Library Preview window. Many users don't know it exists and others have never used it. We're going to show you some of the things that you can do with it in this tutorial. So what we have on our track number 1 here is we start out with an image of a farm scene, and then I have a clip farther on of wind turbines. So I can play this and we can see the clip. Now normally when you have anything in your media room and you want to see what it looks like if it's a video, is you simply double click on it and you'll see it in the preview screen on the right, whether it's on the timeline or not. But what if I want to track what's on my timeline like I'm doing here, and my playhead position shows the frame of the video, and I want to do something with another element in my media room, another video? I can do that by using the Library Preview window. So let's double click on this one. We're going to see it's the image of a plane landing. Let's do something different now. What I want to do is right click on it and then choose Show in Library Preview window. Now what that does is it preserves on the right side my normal preview. Wherever my playhead is, that's the frame I'm going to see in the right window. I have this new window in the middle where I'm going to be able to track the video frame by frame. I can even do some editing of it. Let me show you how. So I'm going to take and I can drag this area mark in to show where I want it to start, and I can actually do a pre-cut here. Maybe I want it cut just before the wheels come in. I can use the icons here to click back and forward, or I can use the period key to go back and the comma key to go forward. Now there's a trick here too. If you have an element highlighted on the timeline, the period and comma keys will then automatically work only on the right screen and not in the middle screen. To make them work on the middle screen again, you have to double click on the clip that's in your media room. So if I want it to start back here just before the wheels are in frame, I'll click right there, and then I can do a mark in. I can either click on this icon here or do the I for in. And then let's see where we want it to stop. Maybe just when the wheels are touching the ground. I can do the O for mark out, or I can click this icon here for mark out. And now I've just done a pre-cut on that clip. The other thing I can do is I can use a clip marker and add that anywhere I want. So if I move this ball on the timeline and I want a clip marker at that location, I simply click Add Clip Marker. And there's one. I'll move over here a little ways and we'll add another one. And now I have a clip marker. Now, if I want to take this and bring it to the timeline, I can do it in one of 3 ways. I have 2 icons here. The first icon is Insert on Selected Track. So if I click on that one, let's see what happens. It will insert it in the middle of this other video. I don't want that. I'll do Control Z to undo. The next thing I can do is I can simply overwrite. So if I click on this icon here, it will replace what was below it originally. I'll do Control Z to undo that. The other thing I can do is I can simply drag it down and drop it wherever I want it. And again, you notice it retains the clip markers that I put in, and it is the length of my pre-cut between this element here and this element here. So I'm doing all that work while still seeing my main screen as it was, and yet allowing me to do some significant work in preparing this. The other things I can also do, I can click on this camera icon or do Control P and take a video only of this particular frame. And I'll just call this test. And now if I look at my elements in the timeline, I'll do all media. Here is my test JPG. So I've been able to take a frame shot of only this without worrying about what's on my normal preview screen. Now that's how it works with video. How does it work with images? Let me take and double click on this image. Now this image is here in my library preview. The only thing I can do is I can insert it or overwrite it on the timeline, or I can drag it down and do the same thing. So I can't do any editing to an image. How about music? Let's take an audio file and double click on it. Now with the audio file, I can also do the mark in and the mark out to pre-cut it if I want. And then I can put it on the timeline where the cursor is, clicking here. Or if I want to, let's do Control Z to undo. I can simply drag it down, place it wherever I want it in my project. And this is doing the pre-cut. It's not doing the entire audio file. So it's a nice way to work that. Now you notice it's blank over here. Did I lose something? No, I simply moved my playhead to a place on track number 1 where there wasn't any video. If I click over here, we still get to have our preview window work like normal. And to make the middle window disappear, click on the X in the upper right corner. It will go away. The other way to get to it is you click on View and Show Library Preview Window, and once again, it will function for whatever happens to be active in your media room at the time. So here I have the actual same clip as I have later on, which I can edit and bring in again, or something different like the plane landing. So those are my options when it comes to using the library preview window to speed up my editing in CyberLink PowerDirector.